What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another disaster over here at Auto Auction Rebuilds. You read the title. Del City called me today, and I tried really hard to work with these people. I really did. They called me and they said all cars have to be moved. Cars can be stored inside the garage only. And I was like, okay. I said, what if I put up a fence? You know, I said, if I paid to have a fence put up, could I keep my cars back there? They said no, because you'd have to have a permit for that, and we will not issue you a permit. And he just said it with a real arrogant tone in his voice, you know, and I'm like, you're probably some fat guy sitting behind a desk, you know, getting paid $20 an hour taxpayer money. I'm sitting here trying to be a law-abiding citizen, trying to do the right thing. And I told him, I said, I'm trying to work with you here. I said, this is my first time renting any place in Del City. You know, I was like, what can I do? And he said, well, to get the permits, you'd have to have water, garbage, and sewage there. And I said, okay. I said, you know, what do I need to do to accomplish that? And he said, nothing. He said, because I will not issue a permit for that building, period. And I was like, what? I said, what's the problem? He said, technically, the structure here is illegal. Yeah. I didn't know that, but he said, technically this structure here is illegal. My porta potty next door is illegal, so the porta potty's got to go, all the cars got to go, trailers got to go. There could be no cars out here at any time. And I'm thinking technically I can't even work in here, but it's not technically. Legally, I'm not allowed to be working here. This lift is not allowed to be in here. We're not allowed to be doing anything in this place other than bringing stuff in or moving stuff out. That's it. It's storage only. Now, if all that isn't enough, yesterday was a sketchy day here, and yesterday had me considering not coming back after getting my stuff out. So this isn't necessarily a bad thing. I think this is just the reality, you know. I can't explain it. I'm not sure what's going on here, but yesterday I had this Bluebird, beautiful Bluebird, that refused to leave my shop. I opened all the doors. My brother and I chased him around, not trying to hit him, but we chased him around with a broom. I would never hit a bird. I would never hurt an animal or something like that. I was just trying to get him out of here because it gets hot and he's got no water. I don't want him to die. So we're like trying to get him, you know, to find the doors by chasing him around with this broom. And all the doors were open. He had wide open spaces. He could leave at any time. He chose not to. I locked up the shop and I left. I came back several hours later and the bird was still here. But this time when I came in, the bird was on top of my lift and he was like yelling at me, like pretty persistently, like squawking at me. Do we have a problem here? Yeah? What's the problem? Uh-huh. Anything else? Huh? Oh yeah? Okay. What are you gonna do? Crap on my car? That's a parts car, man. I don't care. Now why don't you just go out this door right here? Oh, above my head. You're slick. Yeah? You gotta go. You gotta go. You got to go. I don't care where you go, but you can't stay here. And I was like, this is weird. Like he was looking right at me squawking. I was like, what is wrong with this bird? And I got this weird feeling like the bird was, I don't even want to make this video, honestly. It's like the bird was trying to tell me something. I almost felt like he was warning me or something. I know it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy for me even saying it. I was like, whoa, that's weird. And then it got even weirder. As I came in the shop, because it's supposed to flood and rain, you know, really, really badly, I was getting all the tools picked up, all the parts of the car picked up, cleaning up and everything before the flood hits. And the little bird finally came down from the top. He'd never come down on the floor. I opened all the doors up front, and the little bird came down to the floor. So he was literally standing right by the open door. And I thought, good, he's going to leave. No, he came right up to me. The little dude walked right up to me and was looking at me. And I'm like, what is this bird doing? And then, wasn't more than 3 to 4 minutes later, this for lack of a better word, crackhead wandered up to the door. Most likely a prostitute, no joke. Look, I told you guys before, I've lived in a variety of places, all right? And one of those was in the ghetto. I've lived in the hood. I've lived in some bad and very questionable situations, and I've been around some very questionable people. So I may not talk like it, and I may not look like it, but all I can do is say, just take me at my word. I've done it, I've been there, I lived it. I know a crackhead, I know a hooker when I see one. This lady walks up, and she's hollering, hello. She's got a short skirt, no bra, nipples all sticking through, not attractive, no teeth. And she's asking me weird questions. Yeah, obviously I could tell she was high. And if you wonder why I'm looking around, I'll tell you that in a second, because something even weirder happened yesterday. She starts asking these weird, random questions, and I didn't even let her look in the shop. I stopped her right at the doors up there, and I said, look, I said, I'm not open for business. This is not a public business. It's just a private shop for my personal use. And she was asking all kinds of questions like, where could I store a car? Could I pay someone to park a car at night? And I was like, no, not open for business. I'm not taking money from anybody. Sorry, can't do it. And finally, I got her to leave. On the news 2 days ago, an Asian guy across the street that runs a nail salon, he got shot in broad daylight. A gentleman walked up to him and put a gun in his face while the guy was sitting in his car taking a lunch break. And now the Asian guy decided to fight and didn't want to get robbed, and the Asian guy got shot in the foot. He's okay, he lived, but the gun went off, shot him in the foot. But it's like, this is right across the street, literally. This isn't like half a mile down. This is literally across the street from my shop is the nail salon where this guy was robbed in broad daylight and shot. I was like, nah, man, I got some bad vibes. Like, I packed up and I left here pretty quickly. But I was finishing up, closing up the shop. And let me show you something right here on this tire, right there. And you see the broom is right here. That's where I left it. Right there was a 4 to 5 foot brown snake. Now that snake was a yellow belly king snake. He was huge, and I believe he's still here. I didn't know what kind of snake it was at first. I did see that his pupils were round instead of slitted. So on one hand, we have a bird that refuses to leave even though the door is wide open. He won't leave my side. Then right in front of me over here, as I'm cleaning up the shop in anticipation for a flood, we got this snake. Anybody know what kind of snake this is? I sure don't. I'm leery to even touch him. I got a stick. Think he'll try to bite? I don't believe he's poisonous. Well, from watching Billy the Exterminator, poisonous snakes have a slit down their eye. And this one looks like he's got round pupils. So I'm gonna say he's not poisonous. That doesn't mean he won't bite. Yeah, believe you me, he'll bite. But he's probably harmless. I think I'm gonna leave him alone. He's probably out here just trying to chill out and find something to eat. So I knew he wasn't poisonous, but they will bite you nonetheless. If they're scared, they'll bite you, and you can always get an infection. Their bite's non-venomous, but I mean, it will hurt and it can get infected and cause all kinds of complications. It's not worth it. So I decided to take the stick. I didn't hit him with it. Not even snakes, man. I got a love for animals. But I put the stick around his face and moved around to see if he was going to be aggressive, if he wanted to bite. And he didn't. He turned around. He didn't want to mess with it. He turned around and he went under that mini fridge, which is sitting right there. Now, I don't know if he's still under it or not. I didn't even realize how big that snake was until I saw him uncoil himself from this tire and go slithering down the wall there. I mean, that snake was just staring at me. And between the bird, the snake, and the two questionable people that showed up in here the other day, I didn't feel right. You know what I mean? You ever have just a feeling of something is wrong, like impending doom? Like, this was bad, guys. This was one of the worst feelings I've ever had in my life. Like, something bad is coming. And then today, you know, as mad as I am that the city's not going to let me be here and that they're basically forcing me out, I kind of feel like this is a necessity because something's coming and I don't want to be here for it. I will go through this real quick. I did a little work. I took off the core support, which is really easy. I mean, I actually love working on these cars. This is about as simple as it comes. I unbolted it from here, unbolted it from here. Same thing over here and down here. The whole core support came right off, and had I not chopped it up into pieces, it would have come off in one section. But we got pretty good access to the motor now. So I guess that's going to be about it for the video. I'm having a rough time, man. Like, even for me, I'm used to dealing with rough times. I'm used to drama. I'm used to BS. But there has been no shortage lately. And I got this new house. Like, this sucks. I've already signed the lease 2 days ago. I signed the lease on this new house and paid for it. My money's tied up. That's just what it is, man. That house is $2,500 to move into. Plus, I just paid the rent on my other house because you got to give 30 days notice. That was $1,050. You know, there's over $3,500 tied up right there. Ain't nothing I can do about it. We ain't gonna be buying another car for a minute. I can tell you that. I got to get these projects done. That's what I want you guys to understand from this video. Aside from the drama, these cars got to get done. I got to get them out of here, and they got to get sold. I'll get a hold of Mike, and I think he's done with the Harley Davidson, or he's almost finished with the Harley. I'll see what's going on with the 350Z. I need to get these cars out of here. The ones down at his lot, the ones that are sitting over here. We got to buckle down, get these cars finished, get this swap done, put all this stuff together, make some video content for you guys, and you guys can watch it, which provides me with money at the end of next month. That hopefully by then we get everything figured out, because I'm in a situation right now where this is probably my last month in this shop. I think come the 1st of next month we'll be out of here, but I don't know where we're going. You know, used to we did the work out of my house, and I can't do that anymore. We live in an HOA, and the garage is smaller. There's not enough room there for all of my tools and materials. I can't park broken down cars there, wrecked cars. You know, they're not going to stand for that. So, I mean, it feels great to be moving up into a nicer area and live in a nicer house, but it comes at more than just a price, you know, a monetary price. Like, I got to find somewhere to work out of, and this place ain't going to cut it. Just the bad vibes yesterday alone had me questioning everything. And the city today flat out told me, you know what I mean? I mean, he didn't bite his tongue. He wasn't gentle about it. He didn't sugarcoat it. He said flat out, nothing I can do to change their minds. They will not issue any permits on this building. And they said, in fact, the building itself is an illegal structure if I wanted to push things. And I'm like, I told you, I said, I'm trying to work with you. Like, I'm trying to spend money. No, this has got nothing to do about permits, guys. A lot of you thought it was permits. There's no permit issues. That's not it. It's not a permit issue. For whatever reason, they got some kind of vendetta against this building or the guy that owns it. I don't know, but he owns this building and all the way to the end of the block. He owns all these buildings. I don't know what the deal is there, but whatever it is, I'm caught in the middle of it, and it doesn't look like there's anything that can be done. So now I've got more stuff that I got to, we're gonna have to pack all this up and find another location. So I'm gonna start looking for a location, although I don't have the money at this point to pay for it. I need to find one, preferably somewhere a little out in the country, a little further away. Now that we got better internet at the new house, we just gotta find somewhere in the country. I mean, maybe I could talk to Mike and see if we could work something out with putting the lift in his shop and moving my tools and my stuff down there. If he's got the room, I don't know. You know, that's something I may be able to talk to Mike about, or I'd really prefer to find something a little bit closer to home, because 45 minutes there and 45 minutes back, that's a heck of a drive, but we'll do what we got to do. I just want to assure you guys, no matter how hard life keeps kicking me in the little toe, the pinky toe, I will keep fighting. I will get through this. We will get through this together. It's just another speed bump, man. Another bump in the road, man. We'll get past it. I try not to come off as being, you know, down about things or depressed about it. But it's like, man, when you get kicked as many times as I do, it's like being kicked in the shin over and over. Yeah, you start getting a little pissed off. You start getting tired of people pushing you around. And but unfortunately, you got to pick your battles. And fighting the city of Del City, that's a losing battle. You know, I could waste the money if I had it, paying my lawyer, but I'm certain the city's already got their rear ends covered. They said it's an illegal structure, therefore nothing can be done about it. So there's no zoning issues, there's no permit issues. I keep my eye out for that damn snake, man. He was big, man. That sucker was big. that's going to be it, guys. I'm going to get out here. I got to go do your Copart walk around. I appreciate you guys taking time to watch. Hey, I know the video sucks. This is bad news, but please give it a, I can't put my thumb up. Those blisters are not doing well. Give the video a big thumbs up and share the video, comment below. Stay safe out there. I'll catch you all as soon as I can in the next one.